He killed enough people to actually cool the Earth's climate. He conquered more land in 25 years than the Roman Empire did in 400. He created the largest contiguous empire in human history. But before the world trembled at the name Genghis Khan, he wasn't a conqueror. He was a starving boy named Temujin, hunting rats just to survive. How did a lonely outcast rise from nothing to become the most feared man in history? Let's travel back to the 12th century. Born around 1162, Temujin was born clutching a blood clot in his fist, a sign, the elders said, that he was destined to be a great warrior. But his start was anything but great. When he was just 9, his father was poisoned by a rival tribe. Instead of inheriting leadership, his own clan abandoned him and his family on the harsh Mongolian steppe to die. They were left with nothing, no horses, no food. It was here, in absolute poverty, that the monster was made. To survive, he ate wild onions and rodents. When his older half-brother stole a fish from him, Temujin didn't complain, he killed him. He was barely a teenager, and he had already learned the only rule that mattered to him. Mercy is for the weak. Temujin realized he couldn't survive alone. He began building alliances not based on noble blood, but on loyalty. This was revolutionary. In a world obsessed with lineage, Temujin didn't care who your father was. He only cared if you could fight and follow orders. He spent his 20s and 30s destroying rival tribes one by one. But he didn't just defeat them, he absorbed them. He scattered the survivors among his own troops so they couldn't revolt. By 1206, the wars were over. At a massive council called a Kurultai, the united tribes gave him a new title, Genghis Khan. The universal ruler, the outcast boy, was gone. The Khan had arrived. So, how did he rule an empire that stretched from the Pacific Ocean to the Caspian Sea? Through terror and surprising genius. First, the terror. When the Khwarezmian Empire killed his trade envoys, Genghis didn't just declare war. He erased them from history. He diverted rivers to destroy their birthplaces and allegedly killed so many people that mountains of bones remained for years. But he wasn't just a butcher. He built the YAM, the internet of the Middle Ages. It was a postal system of relay horses that could move information thousands of miles in days. He also enforced the Yasa, a strict code of law. Under his rule, it was said a woman could walk from one end of the empire to the other, carrying a sack of gold without being harmed. And perhaps most shockingly, he granted total religious freedom. Buddhists, Muslims, Christians, he didn't care who you prayed to as long as you paid your taxes to him. In 1227, during a campaign to crush a rebellion in China, the universal ruler fell. The history books are murky. Some say he fell from a horse, others say it was illness or an arrow wound. But his final wish was his most mysterious. He wanted no grave, no monument, nothing. Legend says the funeral escort killed anyone who saw them. Then 1,000 horses trampled the ground to hide the spot. Some even say a river was diverted to flow over his tomb. To this day, despite modern technology, the final resting place of Genghis Khan has never been found. He left behind a shattered world, but also a connected one. He opened the Silk Road, connected East and West, and changed the genetic makeup of humanity forever. Studies suggest 1 in 200 men alive today are his direct descendants. The boy who ate rats to survive ended up owning the world. If you enjoyed this slice of history, hit that subscribe button. We're decoding the past one epic story at a time. I'll see you in the next one.